How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while. Nothing seems to have changed, but I hope everyone is all good and well. It's been a little while since we've done a little solo vid. The last one was after the Villarreal game. And after that Villarreal game, I don't think there was much to talk about that I haven't said already. And there still isn't much to talk about that I haven't said already. I didn't expect to be doing this video talking about us failing to get Emi Buendia. I actually made this thumbnail in the hope that he would be one of the players we get this summer. But lo and behold, I'm starting with the failure to get Emi Buendia. And not only the failure to get him, but we failed to Aston Villa. I remember last time out but when we went for Louis Gustavo years back and we lost that to Wolfsburg, and that was a sign of things to come. I said this summer, I don't know who we can compete with anymore. Aston Villa. It's not even like they have European football to offer. That age-old argument, we haven't got Europe, we're not in this competition, we're not in that competition. Aston Villa are not in any of those competitions either. But here they are, beating us to a player that, regardless if you want him, regardless if you rate him, it's a player that the club evidently want. And I'm tired of the club wanting a player and failing to acquire that said player and going for a plan B, a plan C, plan D, E, F, G, and all of that. When do we go and get plan A? When do we go and get the man we want, the men we want? Never really happens. I'm waking up today to Ruben Neves. Like, Neves is a similar player to Buendia. He's not. Awar is not a similar player to Buendia. So I don't know what's going on. One day you're linked to Buendia, it fails. You wake up, you're linked to Neves. None of it makes sense, people. None of it makes sense. Is the video quality and the audio and all of that all good, people? Because I've done a little change to the set. It's not finished yet, but slowly but surely we'll make this set a bit better. I know Arsenal ain't improving, but come on, over here we've got to improve. We've got to improve the visuals and all that. So let me know if it's all working well, if it's all working fine. All good, says Jules. Love to hear it. Thank you very much. All good, Brett. Knuckle. Hey, come on, man. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces back in the chat, man. I love to see it. You know what? Let's make this like a Q&A. Get your thoughts across. Have your say type of a show. Nice one, people. Nice one for confirming that. Nice one. Appreciate that, people. Come on. So let's see what the people are saying, man. Let's see what the people are saying. Jack says, this is what happens when Arteta and Edu are running the transfers. Absolutely shambolic. This confirmed that we're no longer a big club. Yes and no. This is what happens when you have inexperience like Arteta and Edu, running the transfers. But we have to add Kroenke's name into there. Because if I'm an owner of a football club or any business, and my manager is not experienced enough, but I've given him the role, and I know that he's going to need to learn. I know that he's going to need to, acquire the skills and the skill set moving forward on the job. I'm going to go in and I'm going to help a bit, whether that's through flexing financially or whether that's an arm around the shoulder or whether that's giving that inexperienced manager or director of football somebody else there that's, been up and down. A Raul Sanlé in a sense. At least with Raul, I could trust him because he's done things in football, Edu, Arteta, Kroenke, Vinay, I don't know. Big up Flo in the building. Hope you're good, Flo. Soon come Switzerland, Turkey. Xhaka better be quiet in that game, otherwise I'm going to be vexed, Flo. Flo says, don't worry, I bet Grealish is coming. Joke thing, but that's what I said to Robbie yesterday when we were talking about it. I said, whether you rate Buendia or not, the fact that we're getting beaten to a player by Aston Villa speaks volumes to where we are. The fact that we didn't even go and offer the 5 mil more necessary to get the bid over the line tells us all we need to know. Guaranteed, Aston Villa, when they made that bid, Norwich would have came to us and said, listen, Arsenal, this is what Aston Villa bid. If you want to match it, you can match it, but, we're going to accept it. Have Arsenal done anything? No. Guaranteed that's what happened, and guaranteed we haven't, hit the trigger Proctor, if we can't attract Buendia, how are we going to attract Awar or anyone else? You know the Awar thing with me, and this ain't the point of the video, but the Awar thing for me, I'm actually not that excited about Awar. I wasn't excited last summer. I'm not excited this summer. I don't know too much about him. I think it was a hype train last summer around his name and, you know, around the starvation of Arsenal fans and big transfers in, transfers out even seems to be a struggle these days. And the season Awar's had, he hasn't been great. So for me, as much as Buendia, you know, split and divided opinion, I think Awar splits and divides opinion too, more so than a Buendia. And again, I'm going to reiterate that they're very different players. Buendia, you know, plays a lot closer to the striker. Awar can play a lot closer to the central pivot. So for me, very different players and two players that we need in terms of skill set, in terms of profile. We need Awar, we need Buendia as well. Completely different players. So going from Buendia to Awar or Awar to Buendia or Buendia to Neves, Neves to Awar, literally all three of those players are different. And as different as they are, we lack the talent of all three. You know, am I happy being linked to Neves? Not really, because I feel like as much as we need an overhaul in the middle of the park, Neves is a good player. I'll definitely take him, but I wouldn't take him as the big signing in the middle. You know, that wouldn't fill me with much hope going into next season. But at the same time, how can I expect to be filled with hope with this current ownership in this current club? Very, very difficult thing to do. Let me just go back up the chat and see what the rest are saying. Come on, shop vintage, people. I see on the Supporters Club episode that came out on Saturday, yesterday, I mentioned about shopping vintage. And I got a lot of questions about where can we buy vintage Arsenal shirts. Now, for me, I've been using a guy called Rocky Nico recently, rockynico.com. He's an Arsenal fan. Having spoken to him numerous times, he loves the art of collecting shirts. And not only does he love the art of collecting, but he also offers the shirts at a very, very fair price too. On the flip side, you also have classic football shirts. I think they have a website. They have a base in Covent Garden, I believe, or around those sides in central London. But as Arsenal fans are global, that won't really matter much to everyone. But they do have a website, classic football shirts, probably.co.uk. And that's where, you know, I choose to spend my money now. I'd rather buy classics. I've got a lot of classics anyway because I grew up in a fucking classic era. But if you're after classics, if you're after the Thierry Henrys, the Dennis Bergkamps, the Patrick Vieira's, even the Fabregazes and so on, then shop vintage. That's all I can say. I'll be doing a video with Rocky Nico soon to kind of delve into what he does, why he does it, and so on. Come on. Honestly, one sec, people. Look at that new banana shirt that come out, yeah? Like, what? Tell me, what's better? That new banana shirt that came out or this? That new not banana shirt. What's that fucking light yellow shirt they brought out? What's better? Come on. Do you know the history and culture in this shirt? The history and culture in that. I don't even know what to call it. I keep on calling it a banana, but it's all mad. Do you know the history and culture in this shirt? It's crazy. It's crazy. Come on, my God. And you want me to buy these shirts? You want me to buy these shirts? Nah, allow me. Sorry, people, that was a little intermission, but you know, that's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm at right now. I can't even lie. The shirt's goated. It's goated. And at the end of the day, I feel like as much as it's a bit more money, I think it's a lot more worth it. That is for sure. Let's see what people are saying about Ruben Neves. Not mobile enough. Let's see what Gunnar Vettel's saying. Neves is Xhaka level for me. We need an upgrade. I'd say Neves is better than Xhaka, but I know what you mean in terms of what does he offer. It's more security, but the thing about Xhaka's security is I don't know where people see that security. At least with Neves, I actually do see some security in him in that position. But at the same time, I feel like we need to be a bit more risky, a bit more expansive with that central midfield signing. 100% sign Zeki Çelik, says Abdullah. That's a very good option. You know, that's a very, very good option. Part of the Lille title winning side, part of the Turkish Euro 2021 side, part of the side that done so well in the Euro qualifiers, beating France, drawing to France and finishing second in the group. He's a very good piss yellow. That's what it is. That's the color of the new shirt. But 100%, like, honestly, if you can buy classics and if you can buy old school stuff, then do it. Because you know what it is? People are looking at the classics and seeing the price of them now and thinking, yeah, some of these new Arsenal shirts are real nice. They're going to be worth something in 20, 30, 40 years. Do you know why this is worth something? Do you know why that's worth something? Because it reminds people of good times. We didn't win the league in all of these kits. But it was good times because we had players who cared. We had players who actually tried. We had players with heart, passion, determination. We had all of that. Some of them shirts remind me of losing out in the league title to United, for example. But around that era, it was good times because we was very much aggressive in our approach to winning. Now, not so much. Now, not so much. Someone said I'm buffering. I don't know if that's for everyone, but that's only one person. So I assume that I'm still good for the majority. Come on, my bro. Hope you're good. You know, it's been a little while. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces still here, still supporting the thing. 1,000 people live. I'm forgetting how to do this thing. Make sure you guys hit the like button, people. Make sure you guys do hit the like button. About Arsenal, but I know you're a UFC fan. How much are you looking forward to this card this weekend? Leon Edwards and Adesanya fight. And listen, the Adesanya fight is a formality for me. I think he needs to just get back on track after taking the risk. He took the risk to become champ, and it didn't pay off. And I think he can come back to it, but he just needs to get his head right and get back into the division he knows best. Leon Edwards, very unlucky. It seems that every big fight he gets cancelled. So for me, Leon Edwards is at that stage where he's taken a few setbacks, he's taken a few knockbacks, but he really needs to get the next couple wins under his belt, because as much as he is next in line or coming up to be next in line for a title shot or a big fight, that can all, you know, go down the shitter. Just ask Tony Ferguson. He was very close to a title fight. He took a big risk, failed, and since then, he's lost every fight and he's pretty much on the verge of retirement. United will get players like Sancho. Look at us. Well, United have already been linked to Sancho. Chelsea, as soon as they win the Champions League, linked to Haaland and that. At the end of the day, I'm not going to fool myself to think we can compete with those clubs. But it's very, very sad to see. Very sad to see. You know, that is proactive. That is an approach that we should have been taken. If Josh comes out and talks about he wants to engage more with fans, you know, he understands that, you know, they have been too quiet over the last decade and so on. Well, like I said in Supporters Club, we finished 8th. We got knocked out to Villarreal in the Europa League semi-final. To the manager we sacked. But you still don't feel it's time to engage? You still don't think that, you know, a statement, some ownership, culpability comes into play here? No? Then it's all words. That's all it is. It's words again. The talk of engagement and talking to us fans more was essentially the same nonsense as be excited. It's just to shut people up for a little bit. And you know what's funny? I was at the last protest and it shut a lot of people up. A lot of people didn't turn up. Now, I know the rain was one of them. I know the rain was one of the reasons why people didn't show up. Is that a good enough reason for me? No, but at the same time, I can't tell people to come out of the house in the rain to support a cause that I might believe more in or care more about than others. You know, I understand people got their lives and, you know, even I've got my priorities. So if there was certain things going on that day that I had to prioritize, then I would have had to do that. But it's still sad because I can't see what happened from the European Super League announcement and the news around, the Kroenkes leeching the fuck out of this club being, so commercialized like no other season, to what happened at the last day of the season and the protest. I don't see what happened in between for that protest to lose its legs, but essentially I wouldn't say it lost its legs, but it lost a leg for sure. Maybe a couple when you compare the numbers of that first protest to the rest. Big up Skullfuggery in the building. Hope you're good, my guy. The maroon kit has had memories attached with that season. You Champions League final poorly. If I show you what I've got next to me here, yeah. Coming up with a new set slowly but surely. Why not? Let me just show you real quick. Signed by the man himself. I don't know if you see the signature there. Signed by the man himself. I'm tired, man. I'm tired of spending money on this club in this new era. The maroon kit, last year of Highbury. Signed by the man himself. See it? There we are. Come on, man. Just don't talk to me about this maroon kit. What a time it reminds me of. It just gets me more angry in this video. Big up Skullfuggery, though. Don Xhaka will score a banger against you. Like, all right, that'll be it. I can't lie. Forget all his time at Arsenal. If he does that to us at the Euros, I'm not going to be happy man, Flo. I'm not going to be a happy man. I'll be expecting your message. Turkish, who can we go for now that Emmy is gone? That's all we do, live in the past, says Neil. It is mad. It is mad. That's all we do, live in the past. Might as well pull the last one out for you, man. Really live in the past. Really living in the past. Signed by 7 Invincibles and Pat Rice. But you know what? Money well spent. Money well spent. You see that? I can pass that down to my kids. I can, that stays in the family. That's stuff that we can look at and I can describe great moments. I can describe great memories, I'll be honest. Some of them kids there with that bloody leopard or jaguar jumping on the arm, they don't remind me of any good times. Yes, I've got a couple, but it took me a while to stop buying the merchandise. But, over the last few years, I'm finally at that spot now. And with the influx of vintage shirt sellers, I'm going that route. And regardless, even if I wanted a kit that comes out this season, I'm going down the how do I say this whilst keeping professional? I'm going down the route of searching online for the greatest replicas you can find and ordering them from whatever country I need to order them in from. And even that, imagine, I used to buy fakes because I was tired of buying the Arsenal shirt and giving this club money, yeah? I'm tired, like, I'm sure there's some fakes here. Yeah, this is a fake. This one's a fake. Can't even tell the difference, mate. Can't even tell the difference. Couple of them Puma ones there are fake, but now I can't even be bothered to buy fake ones. Before I wanted to buy fake ones because I still love the badge and I still want to, not promote, but wear it with pride. But now I can't even be bothered to buy a fake shirt. That question about who we can get into the Buendia, I'm not too sure. Where did I get that sign behind me? That sign's from the Matchday shop, a shop that's near the Emirates Stadium, but they do have a website too, the matchdayshop.co.uk. They do have Twitter and all that. So yeah. Let's see what's going on. Maroon kit looks fly as hell. Come on, love people, but it's fly because we won in it. It's good memories, great images, great clips, great moments. That's why it's really fly, At the end of the day, we've had a couple fly kits in the past 5 years, but when you're in the mud, looking fly doesn't fucking matter. Imagine looking fly in the mud. Complete contradiction. Big up KD says, what really puzzles me is that Arsenal really know if they lose a bid to Villa, it is real bad PR. They don't care. Another indication, they don't care, especially after that whole Super League fiasco. Oh, look, you ended it with the same quote. They don't care. And you know what's funny to me? They can talk about they want to change. They can, talk about engaging more. But these men don't know how to change. Kroenke, Stan, Josh, his wife, I don't know who else is part of it. They don't know how to change for the way we need. They can talk about, okay, we've noticed this, we've noticed that, and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. But they don't know exactly what it takes to run a football club and what the fans want in return. So them saying we're going to change, it's all words again. Change. How can we trust you to change? How can we trust you to change? The most pressure you've been under this season, and you've gone into a summer window and lost out to Aston Villa for Emi Buendia. Yes, it's not confirmed yet, but it looks very close. How you can allow yourself to take hit after hit after hit after hit without acting, it takes the life out of me, if I'm honest, because it really does seem like we're fighting a losing battle at times. Because as much as he was under pressure and as much as fans had enough this season and as much as it's been one of the most turbulent seasons we've had as Arsenal fans, this comes down to him, his name, the brand, and the reputation. And he just allows it to take hits summer on summer, year on year. Listen, I said to Robbie, the only way Buendia going Aston Villa makes sense to me in terms of Arsenal acting like a big club is if we was to get Grealish. And after I said it, I laughed because I just said that as an example to how a big club would move. If I looked at Man United or Liverpool or Man City or Chelsea, and let's just say, they was interested in a Grealish or a Buendia, and a Buendia went to Villa, all of them would go for Grealish because they've just seen Aston Villa make not a heavy investment, but some sort of investment in that attacking midfield area. So the likelihood that they'd be open for a Jack Grealish sale becomes higher. But we're Arsenal Football Club. We can't even compete with Villa for Buendia, let alone take Villa's best player off them. See what the people are saying. Ruben Neves thoughts. I've already said it. Ruben Neves, I like him. I'd take him, but I wouldn't take him as the main signing in the middle for Arsenal Football Club. For me, I think that we need more. And if we was to get Basuma, if we was to get Neves, I'd still expect a Basuma. Because then you'd have a Basuma, Partey, Neves, and you'd have, options to pick from in that double pivot and the midfield three as well. It's all about options. It's all about combinations. Some games are going to require a combination of, let's say, a Basuma and Partey. Some might require a combination of Neves and Partey or Neves and Basuma or whoever it is, Awar and Basuma, Partey and Awar. The combinations matter a lot depending on the opposition. So when you look at the middle of the park for us, we lack everything. All we have is Thomas Partey. So, we need 3, maybe 4 central midfielders because I'd get rid of every single one we've got aside from Thomas Partey. It's the Ray says, to play advocate, could you argue the club didn't want to pay a certain amount for a champion? In all honesty, I wouldn't call him a championship player. Hope you're well, though, my guy. It's been a little while. I wouldn't call him a championship player. I think the fact that he's been a stand-up performer for 2 of the 3 years, and in those 2 years, they got promoted. I'd say he's Premier League level, but that's where it's a debate. What level in the Premier League? I wanted him last summer, and I wanted him last summer as the side dishes to the main course. No disrespect, but that's how I wanted them. I wanted the main course to come, and I wanted maybe a Basuma and Buendia along the sides. The reality is now it's becoming like they're the main course. You know, for me, Buendia is a very, very talented player. Not only is he talented, but being able to last 2 championship seasons without injury, being productive, and, you know, having the background he does in terms of being South American, he's small, his profile is, you know, small on the pitch. You wouldn't expect him to thrive in championship settings, which is a lot more difficult, you know, in terms of physicality to other leagues. And he's done very well. In the Premier League, not so much. Obviously, if you delve into stats and you want to pick out positives, then he created a lot of chances at Norwich. I believe he created top 5 chances in Europe that season. Not that it meant much for Norwich. They still, you know, crashed out of the league. But I think Emi Buendia is a very good player. I think Emi Buendia would have been a very good signing. I don't think he should have been a star signing for Arsenal Football Club. But right now, it looks like a star failure for Arsenal Football Club. Can't even get a man like Buendia over the line. Let's see what Ali's saying. Not even worth chatting about players no more. It's the truth, Ali, you know. It's the truth. Hence why this is my first video since Villarreal. I was going to do a keep or sell vid. Instead, I've done that on AFTV with the rest of them because you guys know I've done a keep or sell video last summer. I've done a keep or sell video the summer before that. We still got about 15 of those players that I said we need to sell. Like, how many times can I say we need to sell these players? So I didn't have the energy for that. Then I was going to do a targets for this summer type of video. Then I thought to myself, targets for what summer? Who the fuck cares about our targets when we got this owner in charge? Then I thought to myself, what do I do? Do I just wait for the Euros and just, you know, bring out the Turkey flag, bring out the Turkish kits and enjoy football for a little, you know, for a month or so again? And I thought, yeah, I'm going to do that. Then I thought, let's bring Rumour Roundup back. You know, let's bring Rumour Roundup back. Done a thumbnail for Buendia. Was going to do it today, already planned from Friday to talk about the potential of getting him. Here we are talking about how we flopped it again. If fans don't pressure, look how far we fall on the Kroenke. If fans don't pressure him out, we'll all be just as responsible for the death of our great club. We already are. Grealish won't come to us if United or City are interested. Well, 100%. KD, that goes without saying. If forget United or City, we just lost that to Aston Villa. Also, I don't see many goal-scoring creative midfielders. Would take Neto instead of Neves. Neto's a good shout. Neto's a good shout, but at the same time, I think, you know, the wings and the age of some of the wingers we have, I'd take Neto because we lack quality all over. But I just think in terms of profile, Neto wouldn't be the right profile. I like him as a player, but knowing Arsenal, you know, would go and get him and act like he is going to fix all of our problems when in reality it'd just be round holes, square pegs again. But I do get you. If we had to pick out a Neto and Neves, in an ideal world, I'd pick Neto. But I think for what we need, Neves definitely is more of the profile of what we need. And this ain't me saying I want Neves. Anish said, this is embarrassing. I think the board wants to kill the fan base. That's what it's seeming like, you know, Anish. Because at the end of the day, like I mentioned, what better time for them to show that they care or show that they're aware than now? And they still don't bother. They still don't bother. They're still out here just doing the same old bullshit. A protest is needed. Ruben Neves, I don't know. Listen. Just because we're linked to Ruben Neves doesn't mean we need to slander the guy. Ruben Neves is not as bad as Granit Xhaka. He's not as bad as Granit Xhaka. Same type of profile, same type of pros and cons maybe, but Ruben Neves is better than Granit Xhaka. I'm just putting that out there. I'm not saying I want him. I'm just saying just because we're linked to a player and it's not the player we want, let's not slander and make ourselves look silly because Xhaka is finished. Come on, David. Hope you're good, my guy. Hope you're good. To be honest, I was going to call you the other day still, but you know what? I'll do that maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Apparently, we're looking for a Ceballos type player who matches that profile in your opinion. A Ceballos type player in the middle of the park, I've actually got none. off the top of my head when I think about it. You know what it is with me? I used to watch so much football. And part of that was because, you know, Arsenal were in a better place and it was a better time. And I'd know players left, right, and center. Now, not so much. Now I more watch highlights and, you know, the standout games of the week and stuff like that. But if you ask me about players, I don't get paid for that. If I was a scout, please pay me and I'll fucking find whatever player you need in whatever position. But I just think it's not up to us to, you know, determine the players. At the end of even if they came out with a player that we don't know fuck all about, as long as that player comes in, shows some desire, shows some heart, shows some passion, and hits the ground running, that's all we're going to care about, you know. What is Arsenal Twitter on the Neves versus Xhaka debate? My God, let me stay off the app for today, man. Let me stay off the app. I wouldn't be surprised if the deciding factor was Dean Smith over Arteta. Look what Arteta has done to South American players. Martinez, Martinelli, Dean Smith, you know. Big up Nero, though, man. I hope you're good, my guy. I hope you're good. Edu only goes for Brazilian prospects. I see in the chat. Camavinga's another name we've been linked with. I see his name pop up in the chat. Stop following the club on socials. I forgot to mention that on Supporters Club, but you know I'm on AFTV a lot more regular now, so I will be mentioning it more and more moving forward. Big up Taylor in the building. Taylor, can you message me again on Instagram, please? I need your message to come to the top just so I can hit you back up and follow you and all that, because I've seen the support you've shown for man throughout the last few weeks and last few months and whatnot, from the, you know, improved content on my channel to moving over to AFTV and so on. So I just want to say a big thank you for that, my guy. Thoughts on Turkey? I'm going to be doing a video on Turkey soon enough. We're getting close to the kickoff for the Euro 2021, so I'll be coming out with a video based around that. England-Turkey final, hey, if that was to ever happen, hey, if that was to ever happen, football's coming home. Football's coming home, mate. Sucks that we can't compete with the likes of Villa for a signing, but seriously, I wouldn't be putting Buendia in the team ahead of Emil Smith-Rowe anyway. That's quite outrageous to me. As much as Emil Smith-Rowe is Arsenal boy, and as much as we love that, I think it's outrageous because, you know, Emil Smith-Rowe won't produce the numbers that Buendia produced at Norwich or in the Championship. The potential of Buendia at present is far greater than the potential of Emil Smith-Rowe. But this is not Emil Smith-Rowe slander. For me, Emi Buendia, as much as he plays on the right side, I would have looked at him more as an attacking midfielder. He can go on both feet. That gives the element of surprise. You can see how well Cazorla used to do that. And regardless of pace, when you can use both feet, it can really, you know, give an advantage. So I saw Buendia as a rotation with Emil Smith-Rowe. I think on the right, we've got Saka and Pepe. So I thought Emil Smith-Rowe and Buendia, I'd be happy with that. And, you know, their talents are very different. Emil Smith-Rowe is more of a runner. You know, his energy and running creates the chances. His link-up play in the half spaces, whereas Buendia is more of a dribbler. He's more of someone you want him to come on the ball, create, drop into the half spaces too, but in a different manner. So for me, it's not about comparing. For me, it's about the depth we have in our squad. Zilch. How can we have depth when we don't even have a base? Big up you, though, Aldi. Chris says Belaya of Metz would be a great alternative. I don't know much about him, like I just said about watching football across. Now Arsenal, you know, have sucked the life out of me. Football's not as enjoyable. You know, Turkey, international football, I'm down for. You know, I feel like a kid again when I'm watching Turkey and well, us being back in the Euros, beating France, beating Holland recently, drawing to Latvia. You know, I feel like a kid again. But with domestic football, Arsenal, I feel like an old fucking man. You know, imagine that. International football, I feel like a kid. Arsenal Football Club, I feel like a OAP. Need to be collecting my pension soon, the way Arsenal are going. And as you can see, the amount of shirts I got, if Arsenal had a pension to give me, it'd be a fucking big pension, that's for sure. It's so depressing being in the US, says KD, and not able to do anything when owners are being heartless. You can, KD. And I do believe you are anyway. Merchandise, like I said, replicas, vintage, all of that. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to be promoting vintage sellers a lot more. If you are a vintage seller and you want promotion, please do message me. I will need to seek authenticity first, because I would never promote fake vintage or anything like that. Like I said, Rocky Nico, that's just simple, rockynico.co.uk. Listen, authentic to the core, and he just loves it, and that's what I love about him. He loves it, and I'm going to be doing a video with him and a mate real soon on their channel, but I think it's also wise to bring him and them on my channel so we can help promote things we can do, KD. So merchandise is one thing, you know, not watching Arsenal games on commercial TV is another thing. You know, you can watch it in other ways, but not watching it. Like, for example, I've had to learn this myself. A few weeks ago, I was saying don't subscribe to Sky BT. It's not about subscribing to Sky BT. You can subscribe to Sky BT, just don't watch the Arsenal game on it, because they look at the viewing figures for each individual game. So whether you subscribe to Sky BT or not, that would be ideal. But if you are, because you still want to watch other sports, other leagues, other football, that's fair enough as well. Just don't watch the Arsenal game. That affects the viewing figures. Come end of the season, Adidas will look at their view. Adidas will look at sales. Yeah, sales are down here. Arsenal, yep, sales are down. When the contract comes up for tender, you know, you're not going to get the same amount. Sky BT, they're looking at it like, Arsenal, your viewing figures are down, mate. Look, Aston Villa, they bought Buendia. They're getting more viewers than you. You know, we might have to give you less. Yeah, less games, less money. That's just how it's going to work. You know, I know a lot of the money initially that coming with the TV deal was split equally, but there's also individual, or I say individual, but gains for teams that get shown more, gains for teams that get promoted more. That all matters to the big cause. Can't imagine how you guys doing being so close to the club. It is painful, you know, driving past the Emirates and driving past the old Highbury and just randomly on the way to work one day, and yeah, it's all mad, man. It's all mad. Come on, my bro, David. I see you, my guy. YM in the building. This owner has sat by and watched Chelsea, Man City, and Spuds pass us. Now he's watching, well, Liverpool as well. Don't forget Liverpool. Okay, historically, no. But in terms of winning the majors, Liverpool were not close to them when Kroenkes came into Arsenal. And now they are. So I'll add them to the list. Now he's watching Leicester, West Ham, Everton, and Villa do the same. Listen, our fans in, you know, Arsenal on a preseason tour in Florida. Are fans allowed to that game? Are fans allowed? Because I'm not too sure, but if fans are allowed, and if I can make my way out there, then definitely need to link up with some of the American fans. KD, I see you. You know, obviously America's a very big place, so although the tour looks like it's in Florida, you might be 9 hours away in another city. But if it works out, it works out. At the end of the day, if I'm there in America, I will be pushing the same Kroenke out cause that I push over here. Man said Arsenal has to go, blood. Jashar, hope you're good. Big up Turkish. Loving your moves on AFTV. And the Big Six fire. Trust me, the Big Six rocket is taken off. It's taken off. And that's down to the people on the panel. That's down to the viewers, you lot, you know. Love for the love, man. I can't keep on saying it. But it's been a little while since I've done a solo vid, so I'll tell you guys a bit more. I appreciate you lot, man. I can't lie. I swear I see Depay is a free agent. Yep, Depay is a free agent. Troops is in the UK right now, so I don't know if he's going to be in Florida for the preseason tour, but Nate says, let's face it, Turkish, change won't happen until we become the next Leeds. At the time, big club goes down and takes years to get back. Relegation on the horizon. As much as I'm a realist when it comes to the prospects of Arsenal Football Club and the future of Arsenal Football Club, I still can't see us being relegated. I still can't see us going down that far. Maybe I'm a fool. Maybe I'm naive. You know, maybe I am. But I just see us in the worst case scenario. What I see for us is love for that Taylor. I'll check that as soon as the thing is done. What I see for us is just mid-table obscurity, if I'm honest. But, you know, like I said, maybe I'm naive. Nero again says, Kroenke out 24/7, 365. But bro, look at Liverpool. They have bad owners, but the manager works through it. That's, yeah. With Liverpool hit the jackpot. You know, we could have hit the jackpot. Kroenke could have hit the jackpot if they got rid of Wenger a bit earlier and brought in someone like Pep or Klopp. Obviously, looking at the profiles and looking at how they manage a club, Klopp would have suited us a lot more than Pep, because Pep needs the money. You know, we need the fucking money, let alone Pep. But that's where we slipped up. And finding a manager like Klopp, or finding a manager that can work well with his hands tied behind his back, lack of resources, is rare. Hence why when Pochettino was sacked, I wanted Pochettino. I just thought to myself, Pochettino worked wonders at Tottenham. The only reason Tottenham are in the Big Six conversation and in Champions League finals and in top four season after season is not because of Daniel Levy or the way they've been spending money. It's because of Pochettino and what he's worked with, what he had. And as you can see, as soon as he left, you could see the ship has sunk fast. Yes, they still show more ambition than us in terms of trying to go for the Contes and bring back Pochettino, but the ship has sunk fast. So I wanted Pochettino because I thought Pochettino, he was hard done by at Tottenham. You know, he got sacked 4 or 5 months after Champions League final. I thought he'd be a bit sour about that. I thought if we go in and have a word with him and tell him, listen, you didn't win anything over there, but come win some stuff over here and put your name into lights over here. It's not quite like Sol Campbell, but I thought a similar story could have played out, but it wasn't to be. We went for Mikel Arteta, who has no experience either managing a club with money or managing a club without money. And that pretty much tells you where we're at as a business. If we had a better manager, we would have won Europe 100%. Kroenke out seems a bit unrealistic, bro. Kroenke out does seem unrealistic, but sell Arsenal and initiatives like the protest and merchandise boycotting and stop following them on socials. Listen, before the European Super League protest that we did on that Friday before the Everton game, who knew that another bid would come in from an unknown entity? But it did. By the time I got home, there was a tweet from a billionaire saying he's interested. By the time that weekend was over, there was, a statement from that billionaire linked to Invincibles. So that all happened, because of the noise, let's say. So as much as it's unrealistic right now, Nero, who knows what's around the corner? And that's what I'll tend to look at right now. As much as, I'm losing faith, that's what I'm going to look at. Man Them Talk Sports Podcast. Yo, my fam, I just want to show some love and give thanks for motivating myself and the Man Them to start our own podcast and channel about ball. Man Them Talk Sports. Let me write that down quickly. I'll check that out, man. Man Them Talk Sports. I like checking out new people coming through. I like checking new people coming through. Big up Real Ball Talk as well. Real Ball Talk. They've done their thing over the past season, man. And I like going on that channel. It's just the Man Them talking, calm, chilled, nice bants, and you keep it moving. Made in Brooklyn. My guy, I hope you're well. Leeds went down because of financial mismanagement. Kroenke won't allow Arsenal to overspend to the point of bankruptcy. Mid-table mediocrity will be our fate. Yes, but the worry there is recently I've delved into some numbers, and in 2017 our revenue was roughly 400 million plus. Now our revenue in 2021 is about 250 million plus. So it's been a knockoff of about 150 million in revenue, had dropped off since 2017, and our debt has increased by about 170, 180 mil. So our debt is now above 500 mil and our revenue is now below 300 mil. When you look at that compared to 4 years ago, 2017, let alone 8 years ago, let alone 12 and so on, well, up until the point the TV deals came in, it makes for dire reading. It makes for dire reading because as much as people think there's an argument that Kroenke is a good businessman and Kroenke won't let this happen or won't let that happen, I don't think we know that. Honestly, I don't think we know that. Like, for example, let's just say I buy this, yeah? Let's just say I buy this. I've bought it for £10 and I've left it here. I've just left it here, yeah? This, 10 years later, yeah, is now worth £10,000. I've just left it here for 10 years. I bought it for £10. It's worth £10,000. In fact, not only have I bought it and left it there, I've done this to it. Henri. There you go, Fabregas. Van Persie, Sanchez, all of these players, yeah? So not only did he leave it there, he stripped it of assets. But 10 years later, this is worth 10K. 10K. He's probably looking at it like, well, I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to do anything. So I'm actually worried that he doesn't care, that he thinks this will stay afloat without him having to do anything. He came in at such a good time, and I think he's fooled himself to think that we're going to continue making money without doing anything. So, you know, it is what it is. Sorry, I know I just randomly pick up things and do analogies and all that, but sometimes things just come to my head and it makes sense and I got to get it out there. But big up yourself, Made in Brooklyn. Big up everyone that's put in a super chat so far. 1,600 people. I don't know if you lot are here because you're vexed at Arsenal and you're fed up again another summer, the same shit, or you're here because I ain't done a video solo in a little while. I don't know which one it is, but love for the love, people. 1,600. Let me see how many likes we're on. We ain't even on 600 likes. I don't know what's going on over there, man. Just scroll up, hit the like button, scroll back down. We're all good. Ginny in the building. I hope you're good, my guy. I see the support as always. Come on. Knuckles, I hope you're good as well. I used to laugh at Everton, the team full of players who were prospects who never did it. Other teams' trash can compare to us in the same. Listen, we've laughed at other teams in the past when in reality, we've been the biggest jokers of them all. You know, we've been the biggest jokers of them all. Man said both Turkish. Manuel, love for that, Manuel. I see your comment, man. My guy. F1 starts in 10 minutes. Enjoy, Knuckles. Was that Knuckles? Yeah, it was. Kroenke has nothing to lose. Well, yeah, in a sense, yeah. Kroenke could literally leave us there again for another 7 years and we might still be worth a couple $100 million more than what he put in. You know, that's what worries me. And the more sour it gets between us fans and the Kroenkes and the aggression, I really feel like billionaires can be cunts sometimes. Well, people in general can be cunts sometimes, let alone billionaires like Stan Kroenke who try bringing hunting channels to the UK off the back of buying Arsenal Football Club. But people can be cunts and billionaires can be cunts at times in terms of digging heels in, you know, thinking they're above everyone, thinking they don't need to listen, thinking who the fuck do these guys think they are? And these guys being us, Arsenal fans, you know, thinking to themselves, I ain't giving them shit. They can just sit there and shut the fuck up. You know, I'm worried that that's going to be his approach. Him telling Daniel Ek, we don't need the money. That stinks of that sort of approach. Because we know you don't need the money. Ek knows you don't need the money. But you want to come with that sort of chest out, you know, sour response. Yeah. It is what it is. Pardon my language, people. I know there's, you know, youngsters that watch it, but sometimes there is no alternate word for some words. And I think when it comes to Stan Kroenke, Josh Kroenke, Arsenal Football Club, there's words that I will not substitute to describe. Alex says, big up the channel. Thank you, my guy. Thanks for the support. Hope you're good. And it's a great signing for Villa. I see that there. It's a great signing for Villa. Of course it is. On top of that, it's not only a great signing, but they beat Arsenal to it. So their fans are looking at it like, yo, manager, we kept on to Grealish through all of that, you know, pressure. We've just beaten Arsenal to a signing of the Championship Player of the Season or whatever. Happy days. Whereas at Arsenal, we're like, fuck, you know. We tried to go into the Super League under the radar. We've been 8th 2 years in a row. We're losing that to Aston. You know, it's a completely different end of the spectrum. It's madness. It's madness. Big up Chicken Tikka. I see you there, my guy. That username made me hungry. As soon as I said it, I can't lie. It's a bit early for a tikka, but I need to get something to eat after this. Actually, I'm off to a brunch. What am I saying? But I still need to get something down me. The guy is smart, says Reggie. He knows Arteta wouldn't even give him games every week. Play good this week, drop next week, Arteta out. But again, regardless, you know, Reggie, it comes down to we didn't have a bid accepted. So it's not, I get you. And we could have debated that if we had a bid accepted and Buendia rejected us for Villa, but we didn't get a bid accepted. So we couldn't really even get to the stage of talking to Buendia unless Norwich allowed us to without a bid being accepted, which I doubt. I do understand what you're saying, but I think in this one in particular, it's definitely on the Kroenkes. If we had a bid accepted and it fell through, then we can look at Arteta and say, well, look at your negotiating skills. It hasn't really done any, we're going to go tell the next man that we're going to be in Champions League. Do you see light at the end of the tunnel? I think my answer there, or my lack of an answer, pretty much tells you that light that I saw with Daniel Ek coming in with Henry, Bergkamp and Vieira, it's still there. It's dimmer than it was a few weeks ago, but it's still there. We've heard about a second bid, KD. We've heard that they're in for the long haul. We've heard that they will come back again. We've heard that we can trust them, Henry, Bergkamp, Vieira. So I do see a light, but it is dim, and it's dimmer than it was a few weeks ago. But it's all relative. If I compare the light to what it was a few weeks ago, it's dimmer. But if I compare the light to what it was 12 months ago, it's brighter. Because 12 months ago, there wasn't a new potential owner on the horizon. We didn't have as much fan unrest as we do now. So the light was not there. Usmanov was the last light. When Usmanov sold up, that light went to darkness. With Ek coming in, we saw a light come through again, and Ek's still there. There's still a light. At the end of the day, that light might turn out to be a train, with Daniel Ek coming in and being worse owner than Kroenke. But at the same time, I'm at the stage now where I need a bit of excitement and a bit of hope again. And some people say it's better the devil you know than the devil you don't. Unfortunately, in this situation, I don't agree. I'm tired of the devil we know, and that is Stan Kroenke. Man said pass the vodka. Let me see. We need Rafa Benitez, Zidane, or Conte. We need a miracle. We need a miracle. We need a new owner. Like, if we're talking about what we really need, a new owner is what we need. And then everything else is all off the back of that. You'd hope that after a new owner, the domino effect comes into play and we move forward. But a new manager, a Zidane, a Conte, whoever right now, Allegri, whoever. Number one, they wouldn't accept it. And number two, even if they did accept it, they can't do it here. They can't do it here. Those managers spend money, Those managers need money. Those managers are not going to come in and look at Granit Xhaka and Hector Bellerin and think, you know what, we don't need much. They're going to come in and think, shit. Let's see what's going on. Pass the pint. We're in the mud, Omar. Omar, hope you're good, man. Like I said, these solo streams, I miss out on a lot of the individual engagement we tend to have. But I'm back now. I'll be back throughout the week, different rumors, different roundups. I know Jacques Roma, that's one we can discuss. Maybe tomorrow, Guendouzi, Marseille, that's another one we can discuss. Maybe Tuesday, if you don't want me to be honest. But we'll keep it moving. We'll keep it moving. Whether I'm dismissing the rumors or I believe in the rumors, which is very rare, I'll be coming out with some more content this summer. Now the set's more or less complete. To be honest, I need to get something in that top corner there, man. I don't know what I'm going to get, but I'll get something. And yeah, we'll be back for the rest of the week. Turkish, big up. My day better now after talking to you. Come on, KD. You know what? I even need these therapy sessions, I even need these therapy sessions. Like I said, I've missed it. And there's still 1,500 people here live. Look at that. Lunchtime, Sunday, 1,500 people here. How many likes we're on? 700 likes. Well, we're getting closer to 1,000. I know it's still early for some people. Some people are still tired. They can't get their finger over to that like button. But it is what it is. Basuma's another Rumour roundup that I need to do soon enough. People, over this week, I'll do what I need to do. Basuma, Guendouzi, Xhaka, Bellerin, we'll cover them all. But let's just see this one get over the line just so we can realize the reality of where we are. Deeper in the mud than we've ever been before. You know, it's not only in the mud. We are deeper in this mud than we've ever been before. This ain't mud. This is quicksand now. And you all know how quicksand works. 1 minute you're there, you see a man's shins disappearing. Next minute it's his belly bar. Next minute his chin is going under. Right now our noses are right above the quicksand. If our nose goes under, then you know what, that comment about Leeds and being the next, you know, team to collapse off of financial mismanagement doesn't seem too unlikely. We're fucked. Pardon my language. But how can I substitute that word for anything else? You know, I can say we're doomed. I can say we're finished. But in reality, there's only one F word that I can use to describe Arsenal Football Club right now. And that's effed. All left up. But people, Chris, Josh, Omar, Taylor, David, KD, Made in Brooklyn, you know, love for the love, and every single one else. Rocky Nico, come on, my guy. There he is, people. The vintage shirts I was talking about earlier and where I get them from. And like I said, I wouldn't send you guys a seller without doing my due diligence first and making sure of authenticity and whatnot. And Rocky Nico, my guy, I'm so glad I met him. A lot more to come from us moving forward. But if you're after vintage shirts, make sure you head over to rockynico.com or .co.uk. Try both or put it into Google. You'll see it. There's one avenue for you. Ginny, Turkish and Rants. Yep, listen, that's going to come back. As you can see, since I joined the FTV, slowly but surely, a lot of the shows I've had, me and Rants, me and Lee, and other ones on other channels, I've had to slowly but surely not let them go, but put them on ice, let me say. The first one back will be the show with Rants. I aim to get that back ASAP. I wanted to get this set done as well. Like I said, Arsenal don't improve, Arsenal don't develop, but that doesn't mean I rest on my laurels and just continue doing a video in front of an empty fireplace. I might as well, you know, add some pizzazz to it all. I've got all these shirts, I've got all these memorabilia of Arsenal I don't use, so I might as well do something with them. So the set is now complete or on the verge of completion. So the show with Rants should be back soon enough. And I'll be doing a lot more videos on this channel. It was just all about the set. That's all it's been about. The set and a lack of heart talking about Arsenal Football Club. It's been a lack of heart. Because after that Villarreal game, there's nothing left. Nothing left to talk about. Appreciate the love in the background and all that, you know. Appreciate the love and all of that. My opinion of it has been said on the Big Six a couple of weeks ago. If you want to go over there and check it, the thumbnail has a Palestinian flag in it. So if you want my opinion on Mo and AFTV, please go there. Continue spamming. I'll block you. And if I block you for spamming this, you'll probably go online and say I'm complicit and all of this stuff because I've blocked you. No, because you're just here spamming. I've answered that question already. Go over and check it. Like I said, I can call Mo now. I can call Robbie now. That's all I need to know. And I make my decisions based off of that. So I hope that answers your question. And I hope I don't see you writing the same shit again. Thank you very much. Chelsea's Owen says, what do you think of Aubameyang potentially joining us? I can actually see it happening this summer. I'm tired, Chelsea's on. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. If Oba went Chelsea, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It's not it's not even me being ruthless. I'm just like, come on. Like honestly. Like real talk. Like drop me out of all of this. Drop me out of all of that. Stop spamming in my chat. Ben, I see you there, my guy. Don't let these men draw you out. Trust, I don't let man draw me out. I don't get involved in gossip and tit for tats and all these personal issues and all that. I don't get involved in all that, man. Let people do them. Let people do them, man. What can I say? 300 more likes to 1,000. This team is dead, bro. The real talk is why we're here, Turkish. Thank you, Chris. And Alex says, keep up the good work, Turkish. Love your channel, mate. Keep saying it as it is and stick to your guns. Getting this. See you next Tuesday. Kroenke and Arteta out of our club. Yes, come on, come on, come on. Love everyone. Love, love, love. Every single one of you. Love, love, love. I'll be back tomorrow. Big 6, definitely 10 p.m. But like I said, I might be back lunchtime tomorrow to discuss Granit Xhaka and Hector Bellerin and all of that. Hotel quarantine in Edinburgh. Keep your head up, my guy. Quarantine soon over, man. You'll be out of there, man. Ben says, I don't care about Buendia. Listen, like I said, it's not necessarily about Buendia. It's about us fucking not being able to beat Villa to a signing. Euro content, that's 100% coming. I've got my Turkish kits all there, about 10 of them. I've got my flag there. I need to do a little set for the Euros as well. Come on. Let's just hope we get through the group stages and all of that. Man said sell my Arsenal kits and give it to Kroenke. Nah, mate, this is all I've got left to remind me of what I thought Arsenal were. Like, but people, listen, it's an hour. I'm out. I've got a brunch to go to. I've got a Sunday to enjoy. It's been a while since I've been out, so love for the love, people. Hit the like button, comment when the video processes, all of that. Add me on Twitter, add me on Insta, as you can see bottom here. Oh, that side there, Turkish LDN. You already know, people. Peace and love. I'll be back tomorrow at some time. Take care.